Hi, I'm Catherine Brunch of Canine Support, and this December I'm super excited to be celebrating 50 years of Tellington TTouch with a free online video series for TTouch for dogs. I'll be talking with the TTouch instructors about the different elements of TTouch, things like observation, the light pressure that we use in bodywork, mindfulness, and the power of the paws. You'll also be getting short practical how-to videos on how you can try bodywork, the TTouch wraps, the TTouch groundwork and enrichment games with your dog. But before we dive in, I'd love to share a tiny bit of history of TTouch for those of you who might not be familiar with it. Tellington TTouch began with Linda Tellington-Jones, who is not only just an inspirational woman, but was also an innovative horsewoman, trainer and competitor who was always looking for a kinder way to work with horses. On that journey, she studied with Dr. Moshe Feldenkrais, whose work focuses on how gentle, mindful movement can change the way the nervous system responds. One of his guiding ideas was that the body can learn in one lesson if there is no pain or fear of pain. These aspects of Feldenkrais he began to explore how small, gentle changes in the way that the body is touched and how it moves can change how an animal feels and also how it behaves. From those roots with horses, Linda, with the help of her younger sister Robin Hood, TTouch has grown into a way of working with many species around the world, including the dogs we share our lives with today. It's all about safety, softness, and cooperation rather than force. Interestingly, TTouch is possibly the only modality that began with animals and was later adapted for humans, because we also have TTouch for you. Most approaches like massage or physiotherapy started with people and then were developed for the animals. As for myself, my own journey with Tellington TTouch began 10 years ago with my bull mastiff Keto. I had two at the time. I had Jinx, who was my first bull mastiff, and then when Jinx was 4 years old, I then got Keto, who joined our family, and the two of them bonded incredibly well. For the first 4 years, everything was fine. They were the perfect dogs. But what I only realized later was that whenever Keto felt uneasy, she would quietly look to Jinx for reassurance. Jinx in turn would look for me for reassurance. I would say everything was fine, and then Jinx would pass that message back to Keto. When Jinx was diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately, everything changed. Keto's best mate could no longer be that steady presence for her. And of course, I was an emotional wreck worrying about Jinx. Keto started to become scared of things that had never bothered her before: loud noises, gunshots, thunder, fireworks, even hot air balloons. And when she began to react to movement like people, dogs, and bikes, it was pretty overwhelming and upsetting for both of us. Just before we lost Jinx, I was incredibly lucky to discover Tellington TTouch. I knew that normal positive reinforcement training wasn't what we needed to carry on our work together, if you like. And so we needed to rebuild our bond after Jinx sadly passed away. It was just the two of us, and we'd lost that extra part of our communication together. So after Jinx passed, I continued my training with Keto in TTouch. She was the most brilliant teacher, along with all the instructors I met along the way as well. And it was just a hobby to support Keto and our bond together. And she actually turned out to be the most incredible dog. About 6 years ago, unfortunately, Keto passed away, and I was also medically retired from the police after an injury on duty. And after some recovery time, it seemed like the natural thing to do was to turn my hobby into my passion business. And so Canine Support was developed. People often comment that I am so passionate about Tellington TTouch and the dogs I work with, and this is the reason why. Not only has it helped my own dogs and the clients' dogs that I work with, but it has also helped me through my own healing process. And following on from Keto, I then adopted Chloe, who is a little Spanish rescue who has had nothing but TTouch training. And from a very shut down, scared, sensitive little dog, she has also flourished into the most incredible partner, if you like. And then I was also lucky to get Remy as a puppy, and she has benefited from TTouch in many, many different ways as well. Again, both of them great teachers for me, as well as me supporting them through the things they've been through. So, if you'd like kind, effective ways to help your own dog feel calmer, more confident, and better understood, pop your email in the box and I'll send you the videos straight to your email inbox throughout December. I'd love for you to join me for this 50-year TTouch celebration because it is such a special occasion. I look forward to seeing you again in the next few videos. Take care for now.